Welcome to Trading Lounge and the Indian report for the Nifty 50 on the 5th of June. So, on the daily chart here, we're looking at the move up through here as wave A, B and C here for a larger B wave, and the market can fail at that point. The 10,500 is also the 61.8% retracement level from the top to the bottom here. As you know, if the market's going to fail, then it's going to fail in this box, basically at the 10,500. That said, if the market develops a nice tested support on top of the 10,500, then we will be in a bullish market and we can expect the tops here to be taken out. So it's a step-by-step process. Between B and C here, we're looking for a 5-wave move through here as such, and we'll see how that plays out and if we indeed get a move up from that point or we move down from that point. Either way, we need to allow this, we need to get these 5 waves into play, and then any move above that high that we've got there, that will turn us into bullish. And the way that we can turn to bullish is that we can count this up here as 5 waves, so we can look at this as wave 1 and wave 2. There's probably different ways of looking at this as well, but we'll just stay with the 1 and the 2 here at the moment, because this market, as it's moving through here, is moving quite firmly, you know. So it's looking good. We've got a little gap over here that will probably need to be filled as well. So we're leaning to the bullish side, but we don't want to get too excited. We don't want to get emotional about it. All we need to do is stay with the evidence, and we need to count 5 waves from this low to that high there. Anything above that, then we can go long on from that point. So on the 4-hour chart here, as you know, I've been looking at this in a couple of ways to the upside here. We could count this here as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 1 and 2 here, then 1 and 2 and up for 3 here, coming back for 4, and up for 5 here for 3rd and 4th and 5th. We can also count this a little bit differently here, where we have this wave 1 sitting over here and wave 2 sitting here, blue wave 2 here, and then a series of green wave 1 here, green wave 2 here, and then the next smaller one into here and here, and build up from that side. So that's kind of valid as well. We looked at that yesterday, so I won't go there. I just want to go pretty much, just let me just sort of look at this here. Well, too late, here we are. So 1 and 2, 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. And it counts out like this here. This wave 4 would see the market at a 38.2% retracement level drop significantly lower at that point here for this before recovering up into that space. And that's possible as well, but we're basically looking at this now, and we want to really be looking to go long above this point here. So in fact we want to get closer to that as well, so that's what we're going to be talking about today. But if this count is correct, then this can occur through here, and yeah, and you could just short that low there as well, because we need, when I'm looking at markets and trading, I want to have the closest, largest number here as support or resistance. So if I'm trading long, I want it as support. If I'm trading short, then I need it as resistance. And you know the pattern that I look for, the classic trading levels pattern, and the variations of that. And I think I'll just go to the tick chart here, actually. So this is this count here, the one that I kind of like, which is 1 and 2 here, and then we've got 5 waves up here for 1 and 2 here, and then 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and then all this up here is 5. And last time we spoke, we were looking for this move to come up through here, so that's in play now. Nothing wrong with that. This move down through here, I was kind of looking at it. I need to spend more time with it, the truth of the matter is, but I was looking at it as an A wave, a B wave here, as an A and a B and a C for the B wave here, and then down for the C wave here. Now, in that case, we can just push straight higher from this point. Now, what I was suggesting in terms of long trade, yes, we can take these tops out here, and support on this level would be fine as well. But I'm thinking that, you know, it does appear that we've got an impulse wave down here, and I've got it as wave C, where it could be just part of a bigger move to the downside. So we just don't want to get trapped. So the top to the bottom here, this is the 50-60% retracement level. So if it moves up to here, this is where it can fail and drop down from that point. So I'm thinking that if we just go above it to the closest largest number, which would be 10,050 in there, if that becomes the support, then we can go long from that point. You could have also gone long on this one here because we had 5 waves here, then we had this just sitting on top of the level here. So going long above here and keeping the stop under here, it's also fine as well, and you could probably even bring that to break even now with this. And this was also, and if you're doing that, I'm just going in hindsight here, we've got 10, 20 and 30 here, which is all part of group 1. And if 30 gets support, number 3 gets support, then you know that you'll be pushing up to 50 at that point. So you could move in a lot earlier. You just need to manage that that risk here, because this could fail as an A and a B, probably the B wave to here. Well, it's looking quite bullish if that's going to be wave 1 here. I probably need to pull that apart on a 20 tick chart just to get in there, but it looks okay. It looks like it's going to keep going at this point. So just coming back to, what have I got on the 15-minute chart here? Where's that? Haven't updated that, so I'm going to leave that. I'm going to go back to the hourly chart. This one here. So in a nutshell, you know that we can go long above this one here. So we'll just put in the green line for that trigger. And we also know too that we can build in early here on 50. So I'll put that just above 50 there. So you know what to do about that now. But it can pull down here. That's the trap, you know. Otherwise, on the tick chart, we've got that other count there. But we're going to go long at 10,050 as a tested support. We can also add to the position at that point there, with the understanding that this market could get a little bit uglier and drop lower here for this. But I'm assuming Friday and Monday are going to be bullish in the Western world. So see if that carries through to the Eastern world. And also too, I just want to have a look at the Bank Nifty as well, because the pattern that it's got off its low, so this is the low down here for this. Now, yeah, it doesn't count from, it's just an hourly chart, but it is from the low, do you know what I mean? The low down the bottom down here. So it doesn't count that very well as a bullish pattern. So, I mean, I suppose we've got 5 waves here. We could look at this as wave 1 here with an A wave here and a B wave here, and probably squeeze a C wave out of here. But, you know, as an A and a B and a C wave, it's really big, you know, compared to the wave 1. So it's kind of out of whack. So it kind of sits better. I don't even know how to use this charting program, TradingView one, but basically all of this move here can be corrective. So we've got an impulse wave here, then an A and a B and a C wave here. But my main point here is saying that we've got this up here as wave 1 and 2 here and 3 here and 4 here, and then one more move up here. So all I'm suggesting here is that we need to be careful once this correction's finished here and we get that push to the upside there. That final high here is something that we really need to be mindful of with the Nifty as well. That finishing that particular high off there. Yeah, we'll keep an eye on that. We're gonna do a bit more work on this 5 waves here, because if once this 5 waves is finished here, then we're going to see some retracement anyway. But if the market retraces and then takes that high out here, then we know that we've got a bullish market in play. Otherwise, it can fail from this fifth wave here and move down from that point. So it's been going on a long time, all of this here. So April and May and now June. So yeah, we're getting to the later stages of it. So we can start to tune into it now, because what this will do, it will tell us that once this is complete, it's still got a fair way to go, all of this, and then a correction here, and is it going to push up from that point, or will it come down from that point? But this is where we'll be able to work it out from here, because far as I can see so far, this is just a bit of a guessing game here. I know we've got an impulse wave here, so after the correction here, we'll get another impulse wave, and that's what we're getting. But that could just be the corrective pattern, and it can fail after that point. So we just need to be a little bit mindful of that. So we'll be watching that, and it's also sitting at a major level here as well, which is major trading level 2, which is very helpful. So we'll be able to build off that. So more on that later, but we will tune into this sequence here. That's what we need to do. And if anybody's got a count here, I can see that's 5 waves to this point. That's there. Maybe that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for the third and fourth and fifth. So, you know, maybe we can get 5 waves out of this here. So I'll just put those there. If anybody's done any work on that, send it through. That would be great. Yeah, I'll need to come up 1 degree. That needs to be a different color. So the A wave to here, the B wave to here, and that makes basically, I'll just leave that would be there, there, and there. I can remove those guys here. And what we need to see here is a larger wave A here, larger wave B here, and a wave C here. So the next degree higher for that. So, alrighty, I'll leave it at that, and we'll tune into that a bit more as time goes on. Okay, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.